little more control when you're sitting them up. Both sides, this little head. So he should have 2 soft spots, a nice bigger one in the front. We just want to make sure that it's there and that it's not
It has to be like a
closed.
triangle, right?
No, this one's like a big open wide one. This one can be kind of triangular, but it's usually more like rectangle. And then here, you feel that bigger one in the front. And then down here in the back, this is where you'll find a little tiny, right here. This one's the one that feels like a little triangle there. And you just want to make sure that they're present. Oh, you're such a smart boy. You're listening to all these things. Just want to make sure that they're there. If a baby doesn't have soft spots, we worry because they need the space for
So
their
the soft
brain
spots
to
like
grow.
in between where you would feel.
Yeah, that little space right between the sutures, you can kind of feel it feels like a little diamond almost actually. Oh, good for you. Good job birthing. Yeah, and then this one's the big one. And he has like an overriding suture here. That's all appropriate,
huge.
all normal. Yep. Hi. So then I kind of go down to their eyes. We want to make sure that their eye lines up with the top of the ear on both sides. Hi, I know you're going to get real mad at all these things. I pull the ears out and just make sure they're like can come out nicely, not hard or anything, just that they're not stuck with any sort of skin tag, and that you can see the opening eustachian tube there. And we look on both sides. Oh, looks nice, my friend. Then you can see his nostrils look like they're painted. Sometimes for some babies, if they're like compressed, you want to at least just see that each one's open. Then we check your gums. I feel all along the bottom gum. Sometimes they can have like little false teeth that would need to be pulled. They're not a true tooth. And then I check the top one. The next part's going to look mean. I'm going to make him gag, but that's a neurological reflex, so we want to check. I'll be feeling his palate all the way back, that is intact, as well as checking for a gag. I know, buddy. It's so rude. Something I'm going to do a couple times. Yeah, good boy. yeah, I know. It's so gross. But that's so that's one of the neurological reflexes. It's essentially a safety mechanism. We'd be worried if a baby didn't gag because that's like how they're keeping their airway.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get over you, sir. You're
sits
very
there.
inquisitive. What a nice, smart boy you are. And you were pretty kind to me, too. Then I know he nursed. You also suck the suck. That's one of the other reflexes. I know you're too smart. He's like, this is a gross glove. Good boy. Just that he's willing to suck. Good job. Now we do the clavicle on both sides. I just kind of put my hand right here to where like the split of the clavicle will be, and I bring their arm all the way down and all the way up. And just make sure I don't feel any click.
Yeah.
Also, the way he's holding both arms tells me he doesn't have a broken clavicle. If he did, that arm will kind of hang back sometimes. He won't be able to bring it up naturally. Gonna check his Moro. Another neurological reflex. I know, baby. I'm sorry. He's a really good Moro. We check the palmar grasp. He's like, I don't want to hold your hand. You've been annoying me. Good job. I spread everything out. Make sure they don't have like a simian crease, which would be a line straight across. Sometimes that could relate to certain genetic abnormalities. And then I just look between each finger and make sure there's no webbing. Right, my little friend? He's like, I am not your friend. I know, sweet boy. Let's turn this up while we're here. You were nice and warm with your dad, and that was rude. And make sure their nipples are evenly spaced. Look to see, sometimes they'll have like that bulging here, that diastasis. It's okay if they have it, but we just want to note it for the pediatrician. Then we want to make sure we have 3 vessels, 2 arteries and a vein. Sometimes, like depending on how it's cut, you just have to look a little bit. But see, he does have 1, 2 arteries and 1 vein, and that's healthy. See these 2 little ones that look like this little one? They almost look like little grains of rice. And then this one that's open, that's the vein. Sometimes babies can have only 1 artery, and that could be related to like genetic or cardiac stuff. So again, we would just tell the pediatrician that. And sometimes they can have only 1 artery. It doesn't mean anything, but it's just that we have to tell them. Oh, he's like, you guys are wiping me out.